tell us who you are?
Hello. Well, colorful Kasia, to make it the shortest. My full name is Kasia Jakimczuk. I am an artist, visually impaired person. I am Polish, but by now Scotified. I live in Edinburgh. I travel all over Scotland quite a lot, further afield around Europe, a bit less. And I am looking for beauty, different ways of discovering, understanding and catching and remembering the beauty and sharing that with my later self to remember what I have seen or what I dreamt about and with others.
Can you tell us about your visual impairment?
I was born blind, and unlike most people who suffered sight loss, I've got a sight gain. Because of a couple of surgeries, I was able to see, and I am very grateful for that. I can see that the world is a beautiful place. I've got good color recognition. In good daylight or enough magnification, I can see most things. I don't see small details, or if it's low contrast, and sadly I am not very good with recognizing faces.
Can you tell us a bit more about being a consultant for the Edinburgh Art Festival DIY Art Pack and helping to create the workshop that was a stimulus for creating second DIY Art Pack?
It was a great privilege for me to be invited to take part in that. I felt recognized for my efforts, and that my experience does matter, because usually I'm running after the average person, trying to prove I'm good enough. Yes, visual impairment, yes, that's my ways of coping. I need to hide that. I need to create art good enough for the sighted people. And here it was different. It was important to take into account the angle of the visual impairment, different levels of vision, different levels of dexterity, to think about the art being available for everyone on different levels. So I loved that challenge and the chance of contributing to give hopefully to give encouragement, hope, and some tools to create art in ways comfortable and interesting to various people.
Explore drawing materials. You need a selection of drawing materials and paper. First, take a piece of paper and test out the drawing materials you have collected. Try drawing outlines of different shapes. Triangle, a square, a circle, a splodge. You could draw around everyday objects you can find around you too. If you would like to create a raised outline, why don't you try using wax string, blue tack, or even tape? We're going to start to explore the concept of positive and negative space. Go back to the outline shape you first made. Take a drawing material you enjoyed using and fill in the shape. You have now created a positive shape. Now draw around another outline shape you made earlier. Fill in around the outside of the shape, leaving the inside blank. You have now created a negative shape. Explore. Explore and creating collage materials. Next, take the paper you have found and try changing the surface. Start with some easy techniques: scrunching, folding. Try something different: scoring and scraping with scissors or metal tools. Fold the paper, snipping into the surface with scissors to make small incisions to lift up. Making holes in the page. You can achieve this by using a soft surface, like foam, or a piece of fabric under your paper, then puncturing the paper with needle or pin. Try doing this sparsely, the marks are far apart, or densely, the marks are close together. Try experimenting with using both the front and the back of the paper. Explore Composition Guide. You need paper and drawing materials. First, take a piece of paper. You are going to explore dividing up a page to act as a guide and to explore positive and negative shapes. Next, there are many ways to fold paper, and it's fun to experiment. For this exploration, we are going to fold the paper to make a grid. I am using an A4 piece of paper, folding it twice, both vertically and horizontally. If your paper is bigger, you may want to add more folds. Fold your paper vertically twice, giving each fold a good crease each time. This should give you 3 creased vertical lines. Unfold your paper and fold it horizontally twice. Give each fold a good crease. This should give you 3 creased horizontal lines. Last, you have now created a 16 grid box composition guide. Take a drawing material. Pick 2 rectangular boxes that are side by side. Draw a circle, so it's half in one box and half in another. In one box, fill in half of the circle. In another box, fill in the space around the half circle. Keep exploring using different shapes. If you would like to create a raised outline shape, try using wax string, blue tack, or foam shapes. Develop, stencil and wax resist. Now you have explored using positive and negative space, we're going to make a simple stencil. Take your thick paper and scissors. Fold the paper in half and cut out a shape in the middle of the folded paper to make your stencil. You've now made 2 stencils, one positive, one negative. Next, you can use positive shapes to create negative space by drawing or painting over the top of your stencil shape. Try your second stencil by unfolding the paper and laying the stencil flat on your paper. Go over the cutout negative space with a drawing or painting material. Lift it up to reveal a positive shape on your paper. Test it out using different materials. For example, you can use a waxy material like a crayon to create a resist that you can paint over. Try cutting out different stencils. You can make them bigger or smaller, thicker or thinner. Take your experiments and stencils and layer them up to create a collage. Expand. Inspiration. You need all the materials you have used so far and any more that you would like to add. First, think about what you have really enjoyed about the creativity kit. How can you build on this? Materials. You have explored several different drawing and painting materials. Why don't you go further and raid your kitchen or bathroom cupboards and your recycling bin? Spices, teas, coffees, oil, toothpaste. What could work as a resist on paper? What could act as a paint? Why not add a raised layer of positive and negative space with card, fabric or other recycled materials? Go 3D. Take some of the papers or stencils you have made and make a sculpture out of them, joining them with tape, glue or blue tack.